Straight lines for JEE. Let's get started. In today's video, you are going to find all the questions that have been picked up from JEE previous year papers. So let's see how we can apply the most appropriate strategies and tricks to crack them. Coming to the very first one, this appeared in JEE 2017 mains. The question said, let K be an integer such that the triangle with these vertices has area 28 square units, then orthocenter of this triangle is one of these. Now, of course, there's that basic way to find the missing coordinate. So if you have half of each of these coordinates, I am using the determinant method here, is equal to 28 square units. Now, being the mod, we need to take plus minus both the cases. So here we have, I can expand this as well. This gives me k into k minus 2 plus 3k 5 plus k plus 1 into 10 plus k square is equal to plus minus 56, as I am multiplying the 2 on that side. So opening this, we get k square minus 2k plus 15k plus 3k square plus 10 plus k square is equal to plus minus 56. Further, this gives us, if I combine all this, 5k square, and this one is 15k, and this so plus 13k. Now, if I consider both the cases, one of them gives me minus 46 is equal to 0, and another equation becomes 5k square plus 13k minus 66 is equal to 0. Alright, so once we get these two equations, now rather than solving each of the quadratics one by one, remember my method of quadratic factorization where you can get the roots in maximum 5 to 10 seconds. If you don't know about the video, you can find the link by clicking at the I button. If I use that on this equation, I am going to split this as, let's say 1 into 5, and 46 could be written as 2 into 23. You know this is positive. I can get a minus sign here and plus here. So the factors for the first one are k minus 2 and 5k minus 23 is equal to 0. Yes, you can get it this fast in 5 seconds. Do check out that video. Now, since the question says k belongs to integers, this means k is equal to 2 and I'll have to reject the other value. Same way, if you look at this, now if you try splitting using this method, you would realize that it's not any integer that you are getting as an answer. You must try this on your own. So having said that, we've got our k as 2 and thus we've got the vertices. Please make a note till this point and then I'll discuss the question further. Now, once we have got k to be 2, so now the vertices would look like this. Now, the best way is you can plot them roughly on the graph, and then I will discuss one more short trick to reach the answer straight. So here, if I try to plot this, you know your 2 comma minus 6 is going to go down somewhere here. Next, you have 5 comma 2. So we can take it somewhere here. And lastly, we have minus 2 comma 2. Which would come out to be somewhere here. Now, if I join them, okay, so we've got these three vertices. We all know by orthocenter, we mean the point of intersection of all the altitudes. Now, your standard method would say you drop all the perpendiculars, let's say this, right? And then get these equations of, let's say, this is your AD, this is your CE, and then simultaneously solve them. Of course, that's the standard way. But what's the shortcut way? What you can do is, as you can symmetrically see, this is going to be at a distance of 2 units from the center. So now this is not a perfect picture. It's not necessary it has to be the x-axis. It could be anywhere. But certainly the x coordinate is going to stray 2, so 2 comma, let's say I call it some p. Okay, now all I need to do is get this P. So I certainly know that my answer is going to be between A or D because it's going to be 2 comma P. Now how do I get to this P? Now please note, if I look at any other perpendicular bisector, let's say here AB, slope of AB is, you can get that, minus 6 minus 2, that's a minus 8, and 2 minus 5, that's a minus 3, so it is 8 by 3. Now same way I can get slope of CO, that would give me the entire slope for CE, so slope of CO is going to be P minus 2 upon 2 minus minus 2, that's a 4. Now we all know that CE is perpendicular to this point AB. So CE is perpendicular to the line AB. This means their slopes, if I take the product, would be equal to minus 1. So as I solve this, this becomes 2P minus 4 is equal to minus 3. You get P is equal to half. That means your orthocenter is 2 comma half, and bingo, that's the correct answer. So D is the answer. So please have a look. There is absolutely no substitute for your concept. Concept आना तो बनता है boss, but then once they are mixed with my super tricks and shortcuts, then your questions become super simple. Stay tuned till the end of this video to enjoy all the questions as they roll out. Okay, moving to the next one. This came in 2016 JEE Mains. If you see, it says two sides of a rhombus are along the lines, these two, if its diagonals intersect at the point minus 1 comma minus 2, then which is a vertex of this rhombus? So now before we start solving the question, let's try and roughly plot this. So roughly your rhombus looks like this. Now please see, since these two equations, as you can see, they are not parallel. How are they not parallel? Because their slopes are unequal. So that means they qualify to be the adjacent sides of a rhombus, right? So this makes it. So these two are the adjacent sides of a rhombus. Now you are already given if its diagonals intersect at this point. So this point O is given to be minus 1 comma minus 2. So let's solve these two equations simultaneously. You go your way, I'll go the shortcut way. So your x and y from here become that's it, 1 comma 2. Yes, it is this simple to find. You don't believe me? Well, click on this I button and you'll get the shortcut to solve two equations simultaneously in 5 seconds. So once we have got 1 comma 2, now you already know O is minus 1 comma minus 2. So using your midpoint formula, you can get your D, if I call this as some x and y. So x plus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1. That makes it x is equal to minus 3. And here we have y plus 2 by 2 is equal to minus 2. So we get y is equal to, this is minus 4 minus 2 minus 6. Now, had it been one of the options here, then you would have got the answer straight. But then here the life is slightly more complicated. So that means they are talking of your vertices B or C. Now remember, any of these vertices that are into picture, they would satisfy x minus y plus 1 equal to 0 if they are talking of vertex B, and they will satisfy 7x minus y minus 5 is 0 if they are talking of vertex C. So what we are going to do is, if I try putting, now this one I can mentally check, you know, minus 3 plus 9 is going to 6 plus 1, 7, so cannot be this. Same way, this one also doesn't satisfy because this will be minus 21 plus 9 minus 5. It cannot be. So this is out of picture. Likewise, this is out of picture. Coming to this one, now if I try to satisfy 1 by 3 plus 8 by 3, that makes it 9 by 3, which is 3 plus 1, 4 can't be 0. If I try to satisfy this one, that makes it 7 by 3 plus 8 by 3 minus 5. Now as you can see, 15 by 3 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. So bingo. At times they can ask the question which ends here, but then, or they can ask the question where you use midpoint formula and ends here. If nothing else, then that means all you need to do is pick up the points one by one and substitute in these equations. Whichever satisfies is your desired answer. Have a look. Now moving to question number 3, which appeared in 2014 mains and also 2000. It says PS is the median of the triangle with the vertices given to us. Then equation of the line which is passing through 1, minus 1 and parallel to PS is one of these. Again, it is such a simple question that the moment you visualize it, you actually don't need any tricks. So first of all, as the question clearly says, you have a triangle PQR with certain vertices and it's talking of PS. PS, that means PS is the median here. Now you already know the basic thing that medians bisect the side. So coordinates of S would become 13 by 2 and here it becomes 1. Now once you have this, you have to find an equation which is passing through a point, let's say 1, minus 1. Let's say this is the line. It's passing through some point 1, minus 1 and is parallel to PS. In short, if P has the coordinates 2, 2. Now in short, we are trying to say PS is parallel to this line L. So obviously their slopes would be equal. Now slope of PS is going to be 1 minus 2, that's a minus 1, 13 by 2 minus 2, which gives us, on solving, this would be 9 by 2. So in short, minus 2 by 9. So that means slope of this is minus 2 by 9. Now equation of a line where the point it is passing through is given, the slope is given, you all know the direct formula. It says y minus y1, that makes it 1 here, is equal to m times x minus, and the point here x1. Simplify, this becomes 2x plus y. This will be 9 minus 2, that's a 7, and you will have bingo. B is the answer. 2x plus y plus 7 equal to 0. In case you are not too happy with this bit, then what you can do is any equation. Now, what would be the equation of any line? If it has the slope minus 2 by 9, then taking the negative, on the top is the x coordinate, below is the y coordinate. Remember, taking the negative. So you would have 2x plus 9y plus c is 0. This is how the equation which is parallel to the line PS would look like. You know 1, minus 1 satisfies this. On solving, you would get c is equal to 7 and that's it, the same answer. Have a look. Wasn't it so simple? Again, moving to question 4, it came in 2013 mains. The x coordinate of the incenter of the triangle that has midpoints of its sides as so and so is. So now the basic problem is that you are given a triangle, but instead of giving its vertices directly, they are giving you the midpoints of their sides. So if I say roughly this is 0, 1, this is 1, 1, this is 1, 0. Now the basic challenge is how do you get these ABC? One thing is this question can be done very conveniently if you put them on the exact graph. That means if I try and say this is 1, 0, this is 0, 1 and this is 1, 1, these are all the midpoints. Okay, so they are the midpoints of the triangle that they are making. See, so very conveniently, if this is the midpoint, this point becomes 2, 0, this point becomes 0, 2, and this is anyway 0, 0. So you know the vertices also are A, B, C, right? So if you know the vertices of a triangle, what is the formula to get the incenter? So that means if I call this side as B, this side opposite as A and this side opposite as C, then the incenter, since we only have to get the x coordinate, it is ax1 plus bx2 plus cx3 upon a plus b plus c. Now graphically, you know your b is 2 since it's on the x-axis. This one is also, c is also 2, and making use of your Pythagoras theorem, this would be square root of 4 plus 4, that is square root of 8. So a is 2 root 2. So now once you have all the sides and all the vertices, the incenter, if I take the side A, that's 2 root 2 into the opposite vertex is 0, plus if I take the side B, the opposite vertex, so B is 2, opposite vertex is again a 0, plus if I take the side C, which is 2, the opposite vertex is 2, upon A plus B plus C. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 root 2, that makes it 4 plus 2 root 2. So on solving, this is 4 upon 4 plus 2 root 2. That means we get 2 upon 2 plus root 2. Of course, you can rationalize this, right? So this would be on solving the denominator. So if this is twice of 2 minus root 2 upon, this would be 4 minus 2, that's a 2. So 2 minus root 2, which is B. That's your answer. Make a note, then I'll discuss another way. Maybe you find that shorter. Same way, now in case I did not plot it on the graph and this is what I have. How do I find the vertices using a shorter approach? Now it's very simple. Suppose I have to find my vertex A. What I do is, the opposite two sides, which are these two, so I add their x coordinates, that makes it 1 plus 1, and I subtract this x coordinate which is exactly opposite to it. That gives me 2. Same process I apply for the y coordinate. So 0 plus 1, that's 1, minus 1, that's a 0. So 2 comma 0 becomes the vertex. Same way for B, now I subtract. Now same way for B, I add these two, which is 1 plus 0, and I subtract this. So 1 plus 0 minus 1 gives you a 0, comma, the same thing, 0 plus 1 minus 1, that makes it 0, 0. Now again, for C coordinate, I say this is 0 plus 1 minus 1, that makes it a 0, and 1 plus 1 minus 0, that's a 2. The moment you get these vertices, now you know it's 0, 0 to 0, 2, this distance is 2, 0, 0 to 2, 0, this distance is 2, so you certainly know it's going to be a right angle triangle, or you can use the distance formula, this would be 2 root 2, and now repeat the same process and get your incenter's x coordinate. Have a look. So have a look at this question which came in 2011. A straight line L passes through a point 3, minus 2 is inclined at a certain angle 60 degrees to the given line. L also intersects the x-axis. What is the equation of L? So that means roughly we have this situation. Let's say this is the line L which is passing through some point 3, minus 2. And this is the given line which is root 3x plus y minus 1 is 0, and this is the angle 60 degrees they make. First of all, equation of a line, suppose this is the line L whose slope I assume to be m. Okay, so first of all, making use of your point slope form, this would be y plus 2 is equal to m times x minus 3. On simplifying, you would get y minus mx plus 2 plus 3m is equal to 0. This is how my equation would look like. Why did I do this? Now have a look at the options you are given. Certainly you know the coefficient of y is a 1. That means C and D are not going to be the answers for sure because this has root 3. So a very high chance is that y could be the answer. But then let's not be in a hurry and check. Another way, you already know angle between two lines is given by the formula tan 60 degrees is equal to mod of m minus, what's the slope of this line? It is minus root 3 So m plus root 3 upon 1 minus root 3m. You know tan 60 is root 3. You know you have to take two cases. The first one says m plus root 3 is equal to, with the plus sign, root 3 minus 3m. Right? So on solving this, you get 4m is equal to, these two get cancelled. So 4m is equal to 0, m is 0. Now, no, slope cannot be 0. Why? Because if the slope vanishes, that means there is no term for x. So your answer would be simply y plus 2 is equal to 0, which is not in the options, and also it does not intersect on x-axis. So discarding, the other case says m plus root 3 would be just the negative of this, minus root 3 plus 3m, right? So moving it here, 2 root 3 is equal to, this would be 2m. That means m is equal to root 3. The moment you put m is equal to root 3, you get y minus root 3x plus 2 plus 3 root 3 is equal to 0. Bingo! B is your answer. This question came in IIT 2003. The question says find the orthocenter of a triangle with these vertices. Now very quickly let's plot this on the graph. So this is 0, 0. This is, we also have 4, 0 and we have 3, 4. So something like this is a triangle, right? We label them as ABC. Now symmetrically, you know, if I drop the perpendicular like this, the point which is orthocenter will have the coordinates something called 3, k. Okay, so that means, see, as you can clearly see from here also, all the options have 3. Now for this k, what you need to do is, if I call this as O, now AO, what is the slope of AO? It is simply k by 3, and AO or AC is perpendicular to my line BC. What is the slope of BC? It is going to be 4 upon minus 1, so minus 4. Since they are perpendicular, so k by 3 into minus 4 is equal to minus 1. K is 3 by 4. That means 3, 3 by 4 is your answer, and bingo. Haven't we cracked it? So did you people enjoy this fast track session? If yes, then make sure that you're trying out this do-it-yourself question which came in 2014 mains. It says if A, B, C, D are 4 non-zero numbers, if the point of intersection of these two lines lies in the fourth quadrant and is equidistant from the axis, these two lines are very critical, then which of the 4 conditions are satisfied? You know the code for this video is SL, straight line. So SLA, SLB, SLC or SLD. Answer fast because you know the top 3 correct answers always get named in my upcoming videos. Did you people enjoy the video? Yes, yes, yes. Then make sure to hit the like button. Share it with all the people around you. Subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free. And don't forget to check out the various playlists on my channel for a lot of full concept and shortcut videos. I would see you with a new exciting video very, very soon. Until then, bye-bye.